Welcome back to Inside Politics. Our guest today, Howard Gentry, longtime criminal court clerk here in Nashville, and also Walter Overton, longtime sports executive here in Nashville, particularly with the Sports Authority here in Nashville, to talk about how they were involved with desegregating some pretty iconic things going on in Nashville, junior nine-hole baseball, and also Camp Boxwell back in the early 1960s. Gentlemen, also in Centennial Park, there was a very big city pool there. The city had a number of pools. The old city of Nashville had a number of pools there. And suddenly, one day, without warning, they just closed. They said there was some financial problems, but it turns out they closed because they didn't want blacks go in there.
Pool, yeah.
You guys were in Centennial Park. Did you know you couldn't go in there? Did you try to go in there?
Oh, yeah.
We were not allowed there.
No.
But there was one friend of ours, Stanley Rose.
Yeah.
Went over the fence and got into the pool. And then that's the last time the water was in the pool.
The pool not only closed in, but even after Metro came in, they reopened most of the city pools, but they never reopened that one.
That's
right. Stanley went over the fence, but the fact is that Matthew Walker and Kwame Lillard actually paid to go in after they couldn't keep them out, and that's when they closed it the first time.
Okay.
And then 2 years later, they reopened it. And then we actually went and swam. Well, I know I did, and a few of my friends went and swam. And after that day, when the city had to let us in, that's when they closed it too. But Stanley did jump the fence, but there's another person that jumped the fence, and that was me. We were walking back from Hadley Park. Stanley was seen jumping the fence.
Right.
That's what Walter was talking about. When I did it, the pool was closed, and jumped in the water.
Within a couple of years after that, you both had the opportunity to do something no African-American children had been able to do, and that's to go to Camp Boxwell and enjoy the summertime camp there. How did that come about? Was it a part of your whole troop going there?
Yep.
Was it Troop 97, right?
It was our troop and St. Vincent's troop.
That's right.
And we used to go to Camp Tagatay at Fort Campbell. That's where the black Boy Scouts went.
That's about as close as they had a camp that would allow
they had a camp for us
to go.
for African Americans, but yes, our troops integrated the Boy Scouts.
Did you have access to all the Boxwell facilities at that point, or were there again, it was a little bit like Centennial Park? You could go some places, but don't go here.
No, we had to stay in our area. One night we sneaked out and we were trying to sneak over to the other side. Mr. McAllister, you remember Councilman McAllister? Where are y'all going? And he ran us back to our room. But we couldn't even swim in the lake at the same time as white kids. We couldn't eat in the cafeteria at the same time. We had to stay over where we were.
Were you treated with the camp counselors? Were they all white, or did they have some black counselors as well?
I don't remember any white counselors. It was just our camp leaders and what have you.
Did you enjoy your time there? Did you go more than 1 year, or was that the 1 year that you went?
Twice.
It was 2 years.
Went 2 years. We had a good time. It was all about sports. We didn't do a whole lot of. We did a lot of camping, but we played a lot of sports.
Yeah.
Did you realize at the time, whether you were doing junior nine-hole baseball or Camp Boxwell, what a historic thing you were doing, or were you just kids having fun?
We had. I think we were 13, 14 years old then.
12, 13.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
and no, I mean, you might have.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
I just, the only thing I knew is that I was going into environments where I wasn't normally welcome, and now I was in some ways.
Howard, for many years you have served on the board of the Boy Scouts here in Nashville. Has your job been to sort of make sure that all the opportunities were there for everybody as a scout?
You know, I won't call it my job. I came on the board 31 years ago, and my job that time was to stand in for the president of TSU and chair the urban scouting golf tournament. But as I came onto the board, I was a part of urban scouting, which is where most of the African Americans were, and I am part of Scout Reach, which provides scouting for underserved youth, both local, rural, and what have you. So I won't say it's my job, but it has been what I have done since I've been there. It's been by choice. Nobody has said, because you're the black guy, we want to put you here and let you do it. But it has been a calling, and I've been proud to be a part of it. And I'm also very proud of the council of our Scout Council, for Middle Tennessee Council, for being so proactive and supportive in it.
Okay, let's take a break. We've got Howard Gentry and Walter Overton, two icons of Nashville's civil rights movement. You may not have heard of them in that particular situation, but they were ones who helped desegregate back in the early 1960s, both Camp Boxwell and also junior not-hole baseball in Nashville. Back to continue our conversation after this break.